I don't give a flying fuck if she's riddled with cancer. Oh, 1 second, folks. Oh, god damn it, I'm live. Just disregard what you heard there at the start of this recording, folks. I was talking about a sow, so it was a sow that we have, folks. And the vet. Yeah, that's it. I don't have to go into detail, folks. It was in relation to a sow that's a wee bit sick, and the vet, and yeah, that's it. Anyway, folks, let me know if the live chat's working. Let me know if the audio's working. I'm not sure, folks, if you can hear me, folks. If I'm coming in loud and clear. Something tells me the audio is not firing on all cylinders, so that's a bit of a pity. Okay, 1 second. 1 second. There are people in the live chat, folks. Sonia's there, and she gives a thumbs up, so that means she can hear me. And we have also in the live chat Irish, Finian, Mike, Ireland, Grand, again. So he tells me he can hear me, and Sonia can hear me too. So folks, I've been away for a while because I've been fierce busy trying to spread the Christian message of love and piety, folks. Piety. But I was doing a bit of business there the other week. I was trying to negotiate with people over in the United States of America, and we were haggling over the price, and they came up on their end, folks. They came up €1 million short. This is where you people come in, folks. I'm hoping with your kind donations and your support, we can make this business transaction come true. Now, folks, I have to go back in time. This is going to take a few minutes. This live stream, by the way, folks, won't be too long, but the story in and of itself is a little bit long. So I have to go back and fill you in, folks, of how we've come to the situation we're in. But this is where you people at home, you good Christians, this is where you come in with the shekels, and you can turn everything around and ensure that a little baby is, is given a loving family in America. So, folks, I have to go back in time. It was over a year ago, folks. Could have been 2 years ago, folks. As you know, we have a number of Magdalen laundries across Ireland, and if you want to get your sheets, your bed sheets, you want to get your clothes washed, you want to have them as white as the driven snow, we recommend you bring your garments to the Magdalen laundries. We've got one at the moment in every province in Ireland. So that's a bit of advertising there for the Magdalen laundries, which are a subsidiary of the Donegal Martyr Incorporated, folks. Now, let me get to the story. So, out of the goodness of our heart, we take in troubled women, women who have sinned in the eyes of God, folks. They're sinful women. Some of them have come in with big bellies. They're about to pop because they're heavily pregnant. And we take them in out of the goodness of our heart. And then we sell the babies to strangers on the internet. That's what we do, folks. Anyway, a young woman come into our Magdalen laundry. The parents sent her. She wasn't pregnant, folks, but she had committed a heinous crime, folks. She had committed a cardinal sin, and her parents did the right thing by just signing the papers and handing her over to a corporation, folks, to Donegal Martyr Incorporated. And they said, you can look after her because we're done with her. Now, folks, I'm trying to build up here. It's very difficult to express this. We'll call the woman, we'll call her Annie, folks, Annie. Now, what Annie did, and it really boils my blood, even just saying it, even though I know what Annie did, but I'm going to tell you what happened, folks, with Annie. One summer's day, she was down the garden, and her parents went out of the house. They came down the garden to call Annie in for dinner, and they could see that Annie you could see her shadow, folks. She was sitting on the other side of an apple tree. Now, folks, the parents, they snuck around from two sides around the apple tree, folks, and you'll never guess what they saw Annie doing. You'll never guess, folks. They caught her, folks, smoking a cigarette, folks. As God is my maker, they caught her smoking a cigarette. Now, folks, that's a serious, serious sin, very unchristian. So the parents, they didn't overreact. They stayed cool. And, folks, they got the solicitors to drop the contracts, and they handed her over to us. Now, folks, she was a great worker, wonderful skivvy in the Donegal Martyr Incorporated Magdalen Laundries. She was one of our best workers. And unfortunately, she fell pregnant, folks, and questions were raised. How could she be impregnated in the Magdalen Laundries? How is it possible when 99% of the people in there are women? And the only males who have access to the Magdalen Laundries are myself and the good Reverend Timothy McWowson. So how could it be possible that Annie would be impregnated? An absolute mystery. So it was, folks. Now, I'm saying this to you, folks, because tomorrow, this is what I've been told, folks. Tomorrow, the mainstream media is going to go, they're going to go on the rampage against myself and the good Reverend Timothy McWowson. They're going to talk about Annie. They're going to talk about the baby. They're going to try and stop the business transaction. And this is why I want you to send me loads of shekels before midnight tonight so that transaction can go through and there's nobody can do about it. So, folks, anyway, she got pregnant. She had the baby there last year. And, we kept the baby around the laundry. Couldn't do any work. It's very difficult to make a baby do work. We tried everything to get the baby to sit down and or to lean over and put bleach onto the bed sheets, but no, the baby just wanted to roll around on the floor and to crawl and to say goo goo and gaga and talk gibberish, absolute gibberish. The baby was of no interest to us whatsoever unless we could sell it to a couple from a rich country who would do anything to have their very own baby, folks, baby boy, because the baby was a boy. Now, folks, I'll be going through at the very end of this live stream. I will be going through the live chat, but I have to stay focused on communicating to you the story with Annie and the baby boy. So, folks, the newspapers tomorrow, the TV channels, you're going to hear a lot of lies, malicious lies against myself, saying that I'm the daddy of the baby boy and that I'm selling my own baby boy to a rich American couple. Folks, as God is my witness, I did not impregnate Annie. Now, the other, I'm saying that I'm on the record, folks. I've my hand on the Bible here as I'm saying this to you, folks. I've my hand on the Bible. I did not impregnate. I did not have sexual relations with that skivvy. So, the other angle the media is trying to go at is that the good Reverend, now this is shocking, dragging his name through the mud, folks. They're trying to make out that he could also be the father of the child. Now, the good Reverend Timothy McWowson, okay, fair enough, folks. He was into the Magdalen laundries morning, noon, and night, and he was knocking back the Viagra. We know that, folks, but that does not mean that he is the father of that child. So, I'm going on the record here because he's a good friend of mine. He's also an absolute genius when it comes to marketing and running 15, 16 fly-by-night companies at a time. So I'm going on the record to stick up for my mate here, the good Reverend Timothy McWowson, because the media, they're having a field day, folks. They're trying to destroy myself and the good Reverend Timothy McWowson because we're Christians. That's why we're Christians and we're good people. And we love our Lord, Savior, Jesus Christ. That's why they're coming after us, folks. So let me continue with this story, folks. Yes, it's true. I have denied. They were trying to get me to do a DNA test. They wanted a hair off my head. I said, you won't take a hair off my head to try to prove that I'm the father of the sprog. It's not going to happen. And that's why the media, they're trying to point the finger at me, because I won't do the DNA test. I don't have to do no test whatsoever. So they can get that out of their heads. There was some guy called into me the other day, and he just put his hand on my head for a second, and I had to push him away. I think he was trying to grab one of the hairs off my head and put it into a little plastic bag and do a little sneaky genetic test. There was another one, folks. It's laughable, really. What people, the deaths people sing to try to undermine what the good work we're doing here at the Donegal Martyr Incorporated. There was some joker on the internet. They managed to get a picture of the baby, folks. They went to Photoshop and they put a tam o' shanter. I think it's called a tam o' shanter. It's that Scottish hat that has the little, little cherry on top of it. It's like a little cherry on top. They were able to put the tam o' shanter on the baby's head, folks, and they were saying it was Minnie McWowson. They were saying it was McWowson. This is people have too much time on their hands, folks. There's absolutely nothing funny about throwing wild accusations about paternity in relation to a bastard child. Now, folks, this is where you come in. I'm almost done now, folks. I'm almost done. Then I'll very quickly go through the comments. We have found, folks, a couple in America. They're a Jewish couple. They have a lot of money, folks. We didn't ask any questions. Now, some people have pinned this Jewish couple down, and they're saying that they've looked at the bio of one of them, and the pronouns are in the bio, and they're saying that's not a good sign. And someone else said that one of them, as his job title, he has down poisoner of wells. He's obviously just having a wee bit of fun, folks. That job doesn't really exist. People don't go around poisoning wells. That's just silly talk, folks. So few people are trying to find out who they are, and they deserve their privacy. They deserve their privacy. Now, someone contacted us saying they were a gay couple from America, and it wouldn't be very Christian to sell a child to a gay couple, folks. Let me go on the record here and say that as a Christian, what people do in the sanctity of their home is none of my business. It's absolutely none of my business, folks. And all I know is these two individuals are willing to pay a lot of money in order to get the bastard child from the Magdalen laundries, and I'm willing to meet them, folks, because I think it is important that every child has two doting daddies to look after them. So, sorry, did I say daddies? I meant to say parents. Sorry, folks. I meant to say parents. Parents, not daddies, folks. Two parents. So, we wanted 7 million euros, folks. They're willing to give us 6 million euros. Folks, we can't let this child go for any less than 7 million euros. We can't, folks. And this deal is going to fall through because they're only willing to pay 6 million, and we're only willing to receive 7 million. And we want you at home, folks, to dig deep for this wonderful fundraiser. if you can raise €1 million, folks, we'll be able to sell the bastard child to the Jewish couple in America. So help us out here, folks. A baby's life is in the balance. Now there was something else I was going to say. It's possible, folks. This is going to rile some people up listening in, and I know people are going to start downvoting this live stream because they're zealots, folks. But if I didn't blow me load into Annie, and the good Reverend Timothy McWowson, he didn't blow his load into Annie. There's only one other possibility, folks, and that is an immaculate conception, folks. It is possible, not beyond the realm of impossibility, folks, that God, he snuck into the Magdalen laundry when no one was looking, and he had his way with Annie, and therefore the child belongs to him. Now, if that's the case, folks, I think €7 million is a deal. Now, that's what I think. So, folks, as I say, people are going to get riled up, but I'm only telling you, folks, if I'm not the daddy, the good Reverend Timothy McWowson isn't the daddy, and we were the only two men who had access to all the women and who have access to all the women at the Magdalen laundries. There's only one other individual who has the power and the determination to get in there and do the business, and that's God. So, all right, folks, going to go up now, go through these comments, and then I'm out of here. And hopefully, folks, with your help, we can send the bastard child across the Atlantic Ocean to the incredibly rich Jewish couple who, they're dying to have a child, so they are, and help them out, folks. Help them out, and help us out as well, won't you? So here we go, folks. I won't be going through all the comments, but I'll go through some of them. Irish Fenian, he says, they make them whiter than white. Yeah, whiter than the driven snow. I'll tell you something, it's a great place if you want to get your garments washed. The Magdalen laundries, folks. All right, I don't think there's no more here, folks. No, there's no more comments in relation to the fundraiser. So, folks, I'm going to leave it there. Let me just try and hide the current comment from Irish Fenian, so it's gone off the screen. 1 second, folks. I can't believe this, folks. There's a big donation coming. There's a big donation coming. We got one here from Sonia. 2,000 are on the way. That's great. That means we've only got €998,000 left in order to reach our goal. And with your support, folks, I hope we can do it. So I'll leave it there, folks. As I say, there's going to be ructions over this live stream, folks. Going to be a lot of angry folks out there, but I'm just trying to unite a baby who's in desperate need of parents. And I'm trying to unite the parents with the baby, folks. It's a Christian thing to do, folks. I'll leave it there. God save the king, folks. God save the king.